So Graham, welcome back to FrightFest. How many is this now?
I was trying to think of that. I think it's 5 or 6, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe 7. I don't know. They all kind of blend together at this point.
And what is it about the festival that keeps bringing you back?
It's the community. It's the people. I feel at home here. It's like there's no other festival in the world like this where it's such a family that's not just the filmmakers but the fans, and it's really a beautiful thing. And I look forward to this every single year. This is always the light at the end of my filmmaking tunnel. Is I just want to get to FrightFest.
And you're here as the director and star of the Lonely Man with the Ghost Machine that screened earlier in the festival. How did that go?
It went wonderfully. The film is a very personal film for me, and it takes some bold swings, and the audiences here have really responded well to it, and people seem to really be getting it and understanding what I'm going for, and that's really all that I could ask for. I've heard from a lot of people that it's really made them think and keep thinking after they've seen it, and that's, as a filmmaker, that's the highest compliment you can get. So I'm really happy that people seem to be responding well to it.
And for much of the film, you kind of, your character is on their own. What was that experience like? I mean, it's guessing, after lockdown and things, did that dredge anything up?
Yeah, it dredged a lot up. It was really interesting experience. I wasn't sure what it was going to be like, not only directing myself, but also acting with no one for the most part. And I found it actually really refreshing. It felt a lot like, I don't know, sort of being back in school and working on monologues in my room, and just being able to feel emotions and experience those. I trusted my DOP tremendously, and so the way we'd work is we'd sort of do a test run of what the shot was going to be, and then I'd start doing takes, and I would know inside when I got what I wanted, and I would say, "Did you get it?" And he'd either say yes or no, and then we'd move on. And that was really the only way that we were going to be able to make this thing. And I just had to give over to my own instincts and trust myself that what I was getting was what I wanted to. And I think it worked out.
I guess the other aspect of it, because obviously it's yourself on your own for quite a lot, there's a lot of onus put on the music, on the score. How was that process going, working with Van?
It was great. Van is one of my best friends. I've known him since college. He's a brilliant composer. And one of the things we talked about, Sequence Break was all full of synth and all this kind of electronic stuff to go with the themes of that film. And with this, we talked about everything being way more analog, so guitars, pianos, stuff that felt real in the world, because that's what he's dealing with. He's dealing with, junk and nature and things that he can find because it's the post-apocalypse. And so Van was really able to weave all those themes in a really clever way, and he and I just share such a shorthand and have worked together so much and known each other so long that I think I had 3 notes for him overall for the whole score once he turned it in. He really got it immediately.
And for those that missed the screening here, where can people follow along for updates on future screenings and releases?
Yeah, so best place is on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. At Graham Skipper is my handle. That's where I'll be posting everything about it. It is coming out in the States in mid-September on TVOD, and I know that they're working on a UK release right now, which hopefully will be sometime before the end of the year. But yeah, follow at Graham Skipper on Twitter, and I'll be posting way too much about this film and about all the release plans and everything.
And we should probably also plug your essay in the second sight release of Late Night with the Devil.
Yes, as I should plug yours. I was honored to be asked by Second Sight to contribute an essay. I love that film, my essay sort of talks about the relationship between Late Night with the Devil and the history of playing with the veracity of horror and sci-fi media. Talking a little bit about the famous War of the Worlds that Orson Welles did that caused actual panic, where people really believed that it was happening. So it sort of explores that stuff and the history of all that. And I love that film, and so for them to reach out and say, "Do you want to write an essay?" I was, "Of course I do. It's great." Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to read it. And best of luck with the film. Thank you.